And so once I learned this basic information on how to grow a real fan base, I started realizing that every time I see these videos about how to get 1,000 fans in 30 days and stuff like that, I realized that those people should never be listened to, ever, because they clearly don't know the difference between a fan and a follower. And it's clear to tell with their own numbers, because their subscriber count is way up here and their view count is way down here on their videos. So if they don't know the difference between a fan and a follower, how exactly are they supposed to help you as an independent artist get real fans? Well, the truth is they can't. See, it's up to you to convert strangers into fans. And it's pretty simple. Like I said, there's 3 base elements to being able to do that. And step 1 is
my revolutionary faculties got me switching up the game and changing minds. Get them out the system, I'll be saving lives.
What's up, y'all? Harkos here with the Makin Cents Podcast, where it's all about music marketing, branding, and how to have success. Real success as an independent artist. And real success does not come fast. And I'm not just coming here to tell you that in this specific video, which I am going to break down a lot of these get fan quick schemes that are just scams. But every single episode here at Makin Cents Podcast for the last year and a half, I've been breaking down how to get real fans. And it's not from a lot of these scammy tactics or get fan quick schemes tactics. It's in real strategy, real connection with people that you need to build in order to get real fans. And I break a lot of this stuff down. And I'm going to really go into detail in this episode right here. But for the last year and a half, I've been posting content and people are finally starting to catch on that all of these, get 1,000 fans in 30 days type of tactics don't work. You don't get real fans. And so that's why this channel has been growing. And if you see a lot of the people who consider themselves my competition, but honestly, I don't consider them competition because I have one job, and that's to help independent musicians get real success. That's my main focus, my main mission for everything that I do here on Makin Cents Podcast. Whether it's the weekly episodes, which you're watching right now, or it's the Wednesday night live streams where I review artists' music and give them pointers, specialized pointers on their social media marketing and how they can help grow. But a lot of these other people are out here just trying to make money off of independent artists. And money's great. I'm not going to say it's not. But why would you sacrifice your morals and integrity for money? I'm not about that. And even though you're starting to see the trend of all these other so-called music marketers who for years have been saying, here's how to get 1,000 fans in 30 days. Oh, here's how to get, whatever, right? They always tell you how to do these things quick. Here's how to get fans quick. All these schemes and scams with hashtag strategies or trend jacking. You will never get what they say you will get because they don't know the difference between a fan and a follower. Okay? And a lot of these 1,000 fans in 30 days or any other of these strategies, they're completely worthless. And you may get a pop of attention from some of these. I'm not going to say that you're not, but it won't build you anything real. And I see a lot of artists that will say, "Hey, look, Harkos, man, I see it all over the internet and stuff. It's all about, hopping on the latest trend or using these hashtags or doing all these silly videos or whatever." That's not me. I don't feel genuine. I don't feel real doing that. And if you're watching this show on a regular basis, you probably feel the same way. I feel the same way. Which is why I never say, here's how to get rich quick. Here's how to get 30 fans in 30 seconds. Nothing like that. It's all about how to get real stuff. And it's not about putting on a fake show online for people by creating, these videos that are not realistic. But the reality is, though, in 2025, with the internet being the way it is, you have to post videos frequently and short form content videos frequently on all your platforms. But you have to do it in your own way. And that is the key to grow. But, you cannot get 1,000 fans in 30 days. No matter if you use any of these strategies, you can't. Because it takes more than 1 month to get somebody to be a real fan. Because there's this thing called the fan journey that I always talk about on here. And it's where somebody goes from being a stranger to being a follower, right? So they see your content that you got to put out on a regular basis. And I'll break down how to do this in your own way here in a few, right? But you have to put out content that's entertaining and engaging on a regular basis. And that's going to attract a lot of strangers. And they're going to start seeing that content and they're like, ooh. And then they may become a casual follower or maybe even a casual listener of your music over on the streaming platforms and on the social platforms, right? So you're going to start getting some followers. You're going to start getting some streams. But that doesn't mean you have fans. See, what differentiates a follower from a fan is that those people who were strangers that found you, who started following you and listening to you casually, checking out your content on a regular basis, they then take that next step and go to your website and participate with you over there, which is where they can get fan exclusive content, fan exclusive interactions. It's not just about them being able to buy your music and merchandise. That's available over there as well. But it's about them having that deeper connection. Because see, what differentiates a fan from a follower is that deep connection. Okay? So when people are going down this fan journey from stranger to follower to fan, and then they eventually go to super fan, which is where they start giving you money for your music, for your merchandise, for donations, for your insider programs, whatever it is, it's because they've had that deepening of a connection with you. And you can't build a deep connection with people in 30 days. On a very rare instance, you'll be able to do it, but you're not going to be able to get 1,000 fans in 30 days because it takes time to build that connection. Even if you use the best content creation and posting strategy where you're posting every day or maybe multiple times a day on all the platforms, short form, long form, everything, you're still not going to be able to build that deep connection with somebody in just 30 days. Especially not 1,000 people in 30 days. But you can get 1,000 followers in 30 days. And a lot of these people with their strategies that they talk about, a lot of the scammy ones, you can get 1,000 followers in 30 days, but you're not going to get any 1,000 real good followers in 30 days. But you can get it because it's all just a numbers game, really. Okay? And I like to go by what's called the 10% rule. Okay? And now everybody's got their own definition of this. It depends on what industry you're in. But I like to go by the 10% rule in general, that out of everybody that you come across with your general content, all your social media content, 10% of them are going to take a next step with you. And then out of that 10% that took that next step, you're going to have 10% of them that take a deeper step, and so on and so forth, right? So for every amount of people you get in front of, it goes 10% for the first step, and then 10% for each subsequent step after that. Okay, so how do you get 1,000 followers in 30 days, right? How do you get strangers to take that first step with you and click follow or subscribe, depending on the platform? Well, you got to use that 10% rule. You have to get in front of 10,000 strangers in 30 days in order to get 10% of them, 1,000 of them, to take that first step with you to become a follower. Okay? Now, in order to get fans out of the followers, that's that next step, right, that I talked about. First it's followers, then it's going to your website and becoming a fan. Well, that's the additional 10% for step 2. So out of that 1,000 followers that you got, you reached 10,000 people, 10,000 complete strangers, and then they became 1,000 followers out of that. Now, out of that 1,000 followers, 10% of them will become fans, and that's roughly 100 fans. But in reality, the rarity of you getting 1,000 people to convert into 100 fans in just 30 days is so rare. It's honestly closer to 1%. So you might get 10 people that become fans out of that 1,000 followers that, well, again, was originally 10,000 strangers. Okay? And so if you reach 10,000 strangers in 30 days, you can get 1,000 followers, and you could get between 10 and 100 real fans out of that. It's going to be a lot closer to 10. Just keeping it real with you. But you can do it. Okay? Now, I'll break down these 3 basic steps here in a second on how you can do that, right? But let's just say really quick, okay, Harkos, but can we actually get 1,000 fans in 30 days? Okay. So let's just say we're using the 10% rule for everything. And I just told you 10,000 strangers will get you 1,000 fans. 10,000 strangers will get you 1,000 followers, and those 1,000 followers will get you 100 fans. Okay? So now we got to 10x that under the 10% rule. So you'll have to reach 100,000 strangers in 30 days to get 10,000 followers in 30 days in order to get 1,000 fans within that same 30 days. Now, that's really rare, and that's the 10% rule. And like I said, actually it's closer to 1% of people that start out as strangers within 30 days will become a fan. So you will have to honestly reach 1 million strangers to get 1,000 fans. And that's to get 1% of them to become fans within 30 days. Because it's so rare for you to reach people that will go down the steps that quick with you. That will be a complete stranger, that will see your content, that will like it, that will become followers, and that will eventually, over 30 days of continuously seeing your stuff and interacting with your stuff, they'll go take that next step to become a fan by interacting with you on your website, right? And so that's super, super rare. So you have to get in front of 1 million people in 30 days. And you have to have the best content creation and posting strategy. You'll have to be using all of the tools at your disposal to reach 1 million fans in 30 days. To reach 1 million strangers in 30 days to get 1,000 fans out of them. So that's the reality of what these guys are talking about on the front end, but what they can never deliver. Because it's impossible. For the average independent artist, reaching 1 million strangers in 30 days seems like an impossible feat. Like, to be honest, you're going to have to spend at least $1,000, if not multiple thousands of dollars, in 30 days in marketing and advertising campaigns. And you're going to have tip-top entertaining and engaging content. And then, of course, you're going to have your website and your whole music business system set up, right? To get it in 30 days is so ridiculous that I don't understand how any of these fools out here get any real subscribers to their content on how to grow a fan base. The only thing I can think of is that the average person is just lazy. Not you, because you've made it all the way through this video to right here, right? But the average person is very, very lazy. They want to get the solutions to their problems fast. You know, that's why these miracle weight loss drugs work. And these, get rich quick schemes are always the rage. And it's the same thing in music marketing as well too, right? In the music industry, everybody wants to get a ton of fans quick. They want to get that success quick. And I get it, because you're tired of living the minuscule life that you're living right now. Yeah, you may be making a decent wage at your job, but you can't stand it. And to be honest, a lot of y'all are so hyper creative that you have a hard time keeping a regular job. You're always miserable at jobs. You're bouncing around between multiple part-time jobs or full-time jobs. and you just always feel unsatisfied. The only time you ever feel any satisfaction is when you're creating music, when you're entertaining and engaging with your fans. And I know exactly what that's like. Regular jobs kill me inside, completely destroy my self-esteem, my mentality, and they detriment my creativity. And I know you feel the same way. And so I know that's what drives a lot of y'all to even entertain these get fans, get success, quick schemes. But they're not real. Because real growth takes time. And you have to get in front of as many people as possible on a consistent basis in order to have this happen. Now, you can get 1,000 fans in 3 to 6 months, but you're not going to be able to get it in 30 days. So if you're all about trying to get it in 30 days and you've made it this far without exiting, now is your time to exit. Make sure you unsubscribe and unfollow all that stuff, right? Because if you're trying to get 1,000 fans in 30 days, it's not possible, and this channel is not for you. This content's not for you, nothing like that. So have a good day. Okay, so every one of y'all that stuck around, now that they've left, let me show you exactly how you could get 1,000 real fans in 3 to 6 months in a realistic way with a real strategy, okay? Now, we're not using trend jacking. We're not hopping on the latest trend. Oh, let me do whatever's popular right now. Oh, this style of video. No, we're not doing that. You can if you like, but we're not. We're not using scammy strategies like hashtags or nothing like that. How do we do this? Well, we use 3 basic steps that I talk about here on Music Makin Cents Podcast all the time. And I'm going to continue talking about because they are the only ways to get real success and get real fans in this music industry. All right? Step 1 is entertaining and engaging video on a regular basis. Step 2 is adding fuel to that fire in strategic ads. And step 3 is having a music business system set up to where as people go down the fan journey from stranger to follower, from follower to fan, that they can become a fan and then super fan, and you can deepen that connection. Okay? So let me break down each one of these a little bit just to give you some examples. So step 1, entertaining and engaging content on a regular. Now, you don't have to create every day. As a creative person, you know this is impossible. You cannot sit down and create music every single day. You can try, you can practice, but it's going to feel like a chore to you. And yeah, you'll get in a rhythm of creation, but it's not going to come as natural to you as when you go a few days, maybe a week or so in between creation. You got to let those creative juices build up. You know, the muse is not going to be there. The ether is not going to be available to you, however you refer to it, right? It's not going to be available to you every single day when you say, let's go. It's not. It's going to hit you at the most inopportune times. You're going to be in a situation where you can't write down some lyrics or an idea. And it sucks, okay? But when you go to create your entertaining and engaging video content, you need to bulk create. So a couple times a month, maybe once a week, you are setting aside time to create your entertaining and engaging content, edit it, make it look nice, right? And clip it up into short form clips and then schedule everything up. See, bulk creation and scheduling is your friend. That way you don't have to create every day, but you can post short form content on a daily basis, long form content on a weekly basis, and be able to actually grow a real fan base because you're entertaining and engaging with them and giving them that content that builds a deeper connection. Okay? Now, excuse me, for those of y'all watching on a video, my eye was itching. Now, in order to create these, you have to have a decent schedule. Okay, you have to have a mix between music videos, music related content, and other lifestyle related content that all works together to build that deeper connection. So whether you have hobbies or interests that you want to showcase, or whether it's some kind of cause or movement that you have within your music, within the lyrics of your music that you want to represent, that you already represent in the audio version that you're going to put out in the video version of the music videos, you also want to do those in a, for lack of better terms, a vlog style, interest-based piece of content. And then, like I said, you'll sit down one day, maybe create 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you never know, videos of lifestyle related stuff. Maybe you'll shoot 2 or 3 or 4 music videos in one day, right? You do all the shooting, and then maybe another day you'll sit down and you'll do all the editing. You'll get everything looking nice. Maybe you'll do a lot of editing on some things. Maybe some things are one shot, one take videos. And then you go through and you run them through either an auto clipping software, or you go through and manually clip those down. And then you sit down one day when you're not feeling like doing anything creative, but you still kind of have like an organizational mode to you, and you go through and you just schedule everything up. You take all that content, you schedule it up, you get the descriptions, blah, 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 and you schedule everything up for as far out as possible. Okay? All the platforms allow you to schedule up to at least 30 days in advance, except for TikTok, which only allows up to 10 days in advance. Now, for those of y'all in the United States or in any other country, banning TikTok is kind of like a juggling act. So we never know what's going to happen. But either way, you should still be utilizing that platform while you have it, because it has been for years the #1 music discovery platform on the planet. Okay? So you should be creating content and posting it in short form content over on TikTok. But you should also be putting it on Facebook, Instagram, X, and especially YouTube. Because when you're posting these longer form videos, these lifestyle videos, these music videos, and these music related videos in long form to your YouTube, you need to be posting the shorts up too in the YouTube Shorts feature. Because this will gain more attention to your YouTube, which honestly is one of the best places to promote yourself. Because it has the long form video platform for you. It has the short form video platform for you to gain the attention. Also, your music is hosted right there, so you will be getting the streams. People can then add it to their playlists and listen to it on YouTube Music, or just YouTube itself, which are both great platforms, because the likelihood of having bots and getting hit by your distributor for fictitious streams is very, very low, unlike Spotify. And YouTube Music, for instance, is all a paid subscriber base. So anybody who listens to your music on YouTube Music is a paid subscriber. They're not a bot. And you get between 1 and 3 cents per stream, depending on, if they're YouTube Red or not, depending on what country they're in, a lot of different factors. But on average, between 1 and 3 cents per stream. So it's a great place to do that content, and you got to make sure you do it. I see a lot of independent artists who post short form content to IG, in Reels, to TikTok, but they won't do it on YouTube Shorts for some reason. It's like they don't know it exists, but it does. Okay, so step 1, like I said, create entertaining and engaging video content. It has to be video content. No more visualizers, no more lyric videos, no more images with your music playing behind it. No more of that. Stop it. It's too simple. Every single one of y'all have a cell phone. And if your cell phone is less than 5 years old, which most of y'all have, you will be able to shoot in 4K video. If it's older than that, you can shoot in 1080, okay? Either way, you can shoot in high definition. And you can even edit on your phone as well too, for absolutely no additional charge than what you're already paying for your phone. There's no excuse. And honestly, you can have an old phone that you have no plan on. You don't pay any money for or whatever, and you can still create the content on it. You just have to hook it up USB to a computer or something like that to upload it off of it. Or maybe use Wi-Fi. Either way, you have no excuse on not being able to create entertaining and engaging video content. It's very simple. You have a phone, bare minimum. Once you start creating on a regular basis entertaining and engaging content by using the methods that you have, your phone, maybe you know somebody who has an actual DSLR camera or something. As you start creating it and as your fan base grows, then you can start investing into higher quality productions of your videos, music video especially. And then you can start, having the industry quality that you talk about, that I talked about in last week's episode. Okay. So after you get all that taken care of, you start getting on a regular schedule with your video creation and posting. The next step, step 2, is strategic ads to add fuel to that fire. And the first place you're going to want to start is on YouTube first. Okay. You're going to want to utilize both the promotions tab on YouTube and Google Ads. Okay. In order to grow both your subscribers and your video views at the same time by hitting it from 2 different angles. Now, you can just use Google Ads if you want to, and it will get you a great result on your views. But the YouTube promotion tab allows you to run a promotion on specifically audience growth that will get you a good amount of real people coming by your channel that are highly likely to subscribe to you. And you can do this through Google Ads as well too. And you can fine tune it a little bit more, because on the promotions tab on YouTube, you can only really select a few base demographics. You got to really rely on the YouTube algorithm to put you in front of the right people. And that's where steady content comes in. See, these 3 things work all together. Okay. But when you're doing your strategic ads, you're wanting to first do them on your music videos and then maybe do them on some high performing interest based content, or maybe some of your shorts that did really well. You add fuel to that fire and really increase your reach. And YouTube and Google Ads, which is the same company, is a great place to do it. You can do it on the social platforms if you want to as well too. It is a little bit more tricky and they've kind of fallen off a little bit, but you can still do it, okay? It's possible. But the main place you're going to want to focus is YouTube, okay? Now, step 3 is having your music business system set up. And that is honestly the most important place. Your music business system is where people can actually become a real fan. Because if you don't have a music business system set up that revolves around your home base, which is your website, and you have a whole ecosystem set up there. If you don't have that, if all you have is social and streaming platforms, you can only ever get followers. You can never get real fans, because you can never build a deeper connection with people. And having just a website won't do it. Some websites are different than others. Not all things are created equal. On almost every website, you can sell your music and your merchandise. That's true. But not every website will allow you the option to give away your music to fans in exchange for email addresses. You can sell it, but you can hardly ever have a free download option in exchange for email address. And having the email address is what starts people with that step 2 of becoming a fan. And that's where you can start having email direct communication with your fans. See, a lot of people will call it email marketing, and that's when you're just trying to sell to people all the time. But we're trying to create real fans. And yeah, fans will become super fans when they start spending money with us. But it's not like used car sales. It's not like retail or e-commerce or something like that, okay? We're trying to get real fans. And in order to do that, we got to build a deeper connection. So that's why I call it email direct communication, because it's a different method. Instead of hitting them with sales all the time, you're going to be sending them an email every single week. And 95%, sometimes more, of that email is all connection building, deepening that connection, where you're talking about your interest-based stuff, right? You're talking about your insider program that you have, where you build a deeper connection. You have your fans that are able to contribute to your movement and your music, right? They can pick which song is going to be a single next. They can say their suggestions and vote on suggestions on what your next music video should be about, what should be in your next music video. You can do all kinds of things with an insider program where you actually build that deeper connection with your fans. And that's what will get them to be super fans, which is where they not only give you money for your music, for your merchandise, maybe they donate to you, or maybe they're part of your insider program for $5 or $10 a month, whatever the situation is. But most importantly, they're going to be sharing not just your music, but you in total as an artist with their friends, their family, and coworkers, everybody that they know. And that's where you're going to get a person who's going to convert faster to being a real fan, because somebody who's a super fan of you already knows that those closest to them are going to be most like them and most likely to like the things that they like too, because we hang out with people who are most similar to us. And honestly, those are going to be who your fans are too, people who are most similar to you. And so that's why when you reach out to them with email direct communication every week, you're talking about maybe that lifestyle video you just posted. Maybe you're drawing a little bit more context on it. Maybe you're talking about the music creation process that you're going through right now. Oh, I've hit a hard time with writer's block, or hey, my writer's block just broke. I just created 6 songs in one day, right? And you can be like, hey, you guys want to check them out? Here's a free download of my latest song or whatever. Let me know what you think about it. Here's a poll. Like, fill out the poll. You think it's good? You think I should release it next? Stuff like that. All these types of things where you can build a real connection with people and they can join your movement. And that can only happen within your music business system. And not all websites are created equal. You have to be able to build that whole ecosystem. And I can help you out with that, okay? It's pretty simple. And I've outlined all of this in a course I have called the Music Business System course, okay? Now, I'll have the link down below where you can go and you can check out a whole module where I show you how to set up and integrate your merch store with your music business system. Okay, it's absolutely free. You don't have to type in any email addresses, no credit card, nothing like that to see this whole episode preview from the course. And I guarantee once you watch that, you'll be like, hey, I need to go check out this course. Because this course, I will walk you through step by step, every single step you got to take from start to finish, from setting up your whole music business system, creating your website, laying it out, how to integrate different pieces in order to have your email direct communication, how to have your music sales, how to have your merch sales. And I'll show you how to set all that up to where you can have it operational for as low as $25 per year to keep up and running. No more paying monthly fees to all these platforms to have everything going for you for your music business system. I can show you how to do it for almost nothing. And the course is super cheap as well too. So the link down below for that, you can go check out the Music Business System course. Okay. Now, once you get your music business system set up, whether you do it yourself, whether you use my course as a DIY program, or whether you have somebody build it for you, which I can help you out with that as well too. You need to do step 1 and 2, which is create entertaining and engaging content, video content on a regular basis, and then use strategic ads to boost your reach on your entertaining and engaging video content. Okay? You have to be able to do all 3 of these things in concert with each other in order to take people from strangers to followers, from followers to fans, and from fans to super fans. And like I said, you can do this in 3 to 6 months. You can get 1,000 followers. In 3 to 6 months, you can get 1,000 fans, real fans, if you follow these 3 steps. You have the entertaining, engaging content. You use strategic ads to help boost that content. And then you have your music business system set up so when people are taking those next steps with you, they can actually become a real fan. All these other strategies that these people talk about will only get you 1,000 followers in 30 days. That's simple. Using this, these 3 steps that I just talked about, you can get 1,000 followers in 30 days, easy. But it's going to take you 3 to 6 months to actually build that deeper connection with these followers to get 1,000 real fans. And if you have any questions on any of these 3 steps, Harkos, how do I implement this? Harkos, what are some easy ways for me to get these clips? What are some ways, like, I can set this all up for, how can I set this up? How do I begin to do ads? I've tried ads before, but I didn't get anywhere. I can help you out with this stuff. And you can go right now, there's a link down below to book a free call with me, a free video call with me, where I will help you out, answer any of the questions you have, and help build you a strategy for you to where you can start creating this content and start scheduling it out and clipping it and everything like that. I'll help you build all that absolutely for free. And I'll even give you a content creation and posting calendar that you can follow to post your content on a regular basis in order to help maximize your growth of followers and eventually real fans. Absolutely free. So if you want to book a free call with me, click the link down below and book a free call. Like I said, there's 2 different links down below. One for the Music Business System course. If you don't already have one, you need to get it set up. Whether you get it set up from me or not, you need to have it set up. It's non-negotiable. If you don't have it, you will never get fans, ever. And the second link down below is to book a free call with me. Whether or not you have a music business system set up, whether or not you're already doing good at getting fans and followers and stuff like that, it's absolutely free to hop on a video call with me and discuss your strategy for how to grow your fan base. So why would you not? And if you click the link below to book a free call with me, you will also be entered in to win a free month of music marketing services from me. Because every single month, at the end of every month, I'm at random with one of those spinny wheel things online. I'm drawing one person who's had a video call with me or who's just entered in to win this raffle. They will win a month worth of free music marketing content. Free music marketing help from me. And the January winner, Angel Rec, is already doing great. I got her set up with a whole calendar. I've helped her implement how to use the descriptions properly with the metadata and get everything all good for SEO and interest-based algorithm activation. Helped her set up a full strategy. She's good for the next couple months. And she is starting to see real growth. We just started some strategic ads on her content, and she's been seeing a boom in her subscribers and her views and her comments, her likes, all the interactions on her YouTube channel. And that's because she entered into a raffle and won a free month of music marketing services with me. And she's already seeing great results. And she even said 100%, she's even booked this with me. She's already booked me for continuing to stay on to help her for the next multiple months, because she's seen the value I was able to help her out with in just a couple weeks out of this first free month. So I'm not going to keep harping on you. There's 2 links down below. You need to utilize them in order to help you actually grow a real fan base. You can get 1,000 fans in the next 3 to 6 months, but you can't get in the next 30 days. And I can help you get 1,000 real fans in the next 3 to 6 months. So hit me up. Let's book a call and let's talk. And until then, every single week I'll be coming here with another great episode of Makin Cents Podcast, breaking down all of the nonsense that I'm seeing out here on social media and YouTube with all these other people trying to lead independent artists astray. And I'm not a superhero. I'm not a savior. I don't have a savior mentality. But I see it as my mission to help independent artists really, really grow and try to help change their lives. And so that's why every week I come to you with a new episode of Makin Cents Podcast. And that's why every Wednesday I go live playing independent artist music, reviewing it with me and all the people that join in on the live stream. We all contribute and work together to help every independent artist that comes by improve on their music and improve on their marketing so they can grow real fans. So if you're not already coming by on a regular basis to the weekly podcast and the Wednesday night live streams, you need to. MusicMakingSensePod.com for all the information. See y'all next time.